Bubble-ology. Bubble-ology is the study of bubbles, and today I'm going to show you how to make your own bubble solution, some cool and simple facts about bubbles, and how to paint with bubbles. The first thing that we are going to do is make our own bubble solution. Bubble solution is really easy to make, and you only need 3 ingredients: water, dish soap, and glycerin. Water and dish soap are pretty easy to find. If you can't find glycerin, try looking at your local craft store, or you can shop online. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a recycled water bottle and I'm going to mix my bubble solution in here because it's a little bit easier to shake and get all the ingredients incorporated. If you don't want to use a water bottle, that's okay. You can just mix everything together in a bowl with a spoon. So here in my bottle, I have 1.5 cups of water. And I'm going to add 4 ounces of dish soap and 2 ounces of glycerin. All right, that's 2 ounces of soap. Four ounces of soap. And 2 ounces of glycerin. Mix it all together. So it's really well incorporated. And you pour it into a bowl or tray. Now you're ready to play with bubbles. Now that you have your bubble solution already made, you need a bubble wand. Bubble wands can be made out of almost anything. So look around your house to find objects like a spatula, or you could use a slotted spoon, a coat hanger, anything that has holes in it. In your Bubble-ology kit, we're going to give you supplies to make your own bubble wand using a pipe cleaner and some beads. So I've already made one here, and you can make it into any shape you want by twisting your pipe cleaner, any shape you want, any size you want, and the beads are just for decoration. But you can dip your wand when you're ready into your bubble solution and start playing. All right, everybody, so I'm going to teach you something really cool about bubbles right now. Does not matter what shape your bubble wand is. It could be round, it could be a square, it could be star-shaped, heart-shaped, whatever shape you find. The bubble that comes out of your wand will always be round, or we call that shape a sphere, when something is completely round like a ball. And the reason for that is the molecules that make up our bubbles want to form the easiest and the smallest shape possible. So when they form and stick together to form their bubble shape, that shape will always be a sphere. It's the smallest and the easiest shape possible for those molecules to stick together. Have you ever been able to hold a bubble in your hand, boys and girls? I'm going to teach you how to do this right now. All you need to do is, with your bubble solution in a flat tray, you can stick your hands in the bubble solution, get them really nice and wet, and that's important, and I'm going to explain why that's important later. Okay, ready? So you stick your hands in the water, hold one hand flat, the other hand squeeze together, and open a little bit like a circle like this, and blow inside. And then you can hold a bubble. All right. Now the reason why your hand needs to be nice and wet for you to hold a bubble is because bubbles film, even though it looks really, really thin, is actually made up of 3 layers. 1 layer of soap, a layer of water in the middle, and another layer of soap on top. So those 3 layers that form our bubble film need to stick to wet surfaces in order for them to stay in their shape. If my hand was dry right now, it would pop. So if I want to keep bubbles in my hands, I have to make sure that my hands stay nice and wet. I could even stick my finger through a bubble and it won't pop as long as the bubble and my finger stay nice and wet. The last activity that I'm going to show you today is how to make a bubble painting. Now please, kids, do this experiment with your grown-ups at home. all of the ingredients that you need to make a bubble painting will be in your Bubble-ology kit that you can pick up here at the Patchogue-Medford Library. You will need some pre-mixed bubble solution, a cup of paint, a paper straw, and a piece of cardstock. Now what you're going to do is you're going to pour your paint and your bubble mix either in a recycled water bottle or into a bowl and mix everything really well together. Ready? Let's get started. Okay, so now that I have my bubble paint and my bubble solution in my water bottle, I'm going to put the cap back on and mix everything together, again, until it's really well combined. And then I'm going to pour it into a bowl or a tray. A bowl works better for this though, and you'll see why in a little bit. So I'm going to pour my bubble paint into my bowl. All right. Okay. All right. Now here's the really cool part. You're going to take your paper straw, you're going to stick it in your bubble paint, and you're going to blow into your bubble paint in your bowl. Now grown-ups, this is where you need to keep an eye on the kids. Make sure you don't drink the paint. You're going to blow outwards into the straw like you're blowing bubbles in your milk. Ready? When you get it all nice and bubbled up like that, you're going to take your cardstock and go tap, 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 tap on top, and you're going to be able to see a bubble painting forming. We're going to do this a couple of times so it gets nice and dark. Ready? All right. All right, so when you're done doing all of your tapping that you want to do, you're going to let your painting dry. And you're going to let it sit, all the bubbles will pop, and you're going to let it dry. And when it's dry, you'll be able to see all different layers of the bubbles that we made and all of the lines and the shapes that they make, and it's a really cool and interesting piece of art. All right, everybody, I hope you had fun learning about bubbles with me today. For more books about science experiments and other activities, come down and visit us at the Patchogue-Medford Library. We'll see you then.